Good day, everyone, and welcome to Smarter Cost Control, integrating Zoho CRM with Zoho Expense. We're glad to have you with us today as we explore how you can take control of your business spending without losing sight of your sales performance by connecting Zoho CRM with Zoho Expense. If you've ever asked questions like, how much are we actually spending to close this deal? Or which customers are costing us more than they're worth, then this session is for you. Today, we'll show you how integrating Zoho CRM with Zoho Expense helps bridge that gap. From tracking client related spending to linking expenses directly to deals and reports. You'll see how businesses can gain a clearer, real time view of profitability and not just revenue. Guiding us through today's walkthrough is Elmer, who will take us step by step through the integration, key features, and practical use cases that show how this setup works in real business scenarios. With that, let's get started and discover how smarter integration leads to smarter spending decisions. Over to you, Elmer.
Thank you, Jasper. So, again, good morning, everyone. So, and welcome to today's webinar session. So, for today's discussion, as discussed, we'll be focusing on Zoho CRM and Zoho Expense integration and how, these two applications can work together to improve the connection between sales team and expense management. Zoho CRM helps businesses manage leads, customer deals, and sales activities, while Zoho Expenses helps track employee expenses, reimbursement, approvals, and company spending. So when integrated, both systems help businesses reduce manual work, improve tracking, and create a more organized process between sales teams and finance teams. So for today, we'll go through the key areas of the integration and see how it helps businesses more or work more efficiently. So to begin with, let's first look at how the integration between Zoho CRM and Expense is initially set up. So what you're seeing on the screen is the setup process inside Zoho Expense. So to start the integration, users need to go to the admin view, open settings, then navigate to integrations and developer space. So under the integration section, select Zoho apps, then choose Zoho CRM. So from there, you just have to simply click connect now to begin linking both applications. So once selected, this integration, um, the system redirects you to the Zoho CRM integration page where the connection between the two platforms can officially be established. And this setup step is important because it allows Zoho CRM and Zoho Expense to start communicating with each other. And without the integration, sales activities and expense records are handled separately, which usually results in more manual work and less visibility between teams. So after clicking Connect Now, the next step is selecting the Zoho CRM organization that will be linked to Zoho Expense. So on the screen, you'll see the Select Organization option. Once click, a pop-up window will appear showing the available Zoho CRM organizations connected to your account. Then from there, you just have to simply choose the CRM organization you want to integrate with the current Zoho Expense organization, then click Save. So this step is important for businesses managing multiple CRM environments, branches, or separate company accounts. So selecting the correct organization ensures that the right CRM records and users will connect to the correct expense environment. So once the Zoho CRM organization has been selected, the next step is choosing which CRM module will sync with Zoho Expense. So under the enable module to be synced section, click sync CRM users. So this option allows users from Zoho CRM to be imported directly into Zoho Expense, helping businesses avoid manually creating employee records in both applications. So after clicking the option, a confirmation pop-up will appear. Then you just have to simply click confirm to proceed. So next, click configure now beside the customer section. Then this configuration determines how customer or related records from Zoho CRM will be brought into Zoho Expense. So during the sync process, CRM records such as the accounts and contacts will be automatically converted into customers inside Zoho Expense. So on the configuration page, you will be asked also to select the module from Zoho CRM that should sync with Zoho Expense. If you select amounts, or I mean the accounts, all account records from Zoho CRM will be imported as customers in Zoho Expense, with customer type automatically categorized as business. So this setup is ideal for organizations that primarily manage company-based clients. If you select contacts, all contact records from Zoho CRM will instead be imported as customers with customer type set as individual. This is commonly used for businesses that work directly with individual customers rather than companies. There is also an option called accounts and their contacts. So these allow both company accounts and their associated contacts to sync together into Zoho Expense. So with this setup, organizations can maintain both business entities and individual contact relationships within the expense management system. Additionally, you can enable the checkbox labeled include contacts that are associated to any accounts in Zoho CRM. So when enabled, standalone contacts that are not linked to any account in Zoho CRM will still be imported into Zoho Expense as individual type customers. So after selecting the module to sync, the next step is defining the extent of the sync between Zoho CRM and Zoho Expense. So this setting determines how data will flow between the two applications. So the first option is fetch from CRM. So when this option is selected, records such as accounts or contacts from Zoho CRM will be imported into Zoho Expense as customers. However, the synchronization will only work in one direction. So this means any new or updated customer information created inside the Zoho Expense will not be pushed back into Zoho CRM. This option is also commonly used by organizations that want Zoho CRM to remain the primary source of customer data, while Zoho Expense simply references that information for expense tracking and reporting purposes. The second option is sync both ways. So with this configuration, customer records can move between both applications. Accounts and contacts from Zoho CRM will sync into Expense, while customer information created or updated in Expense can also sync back into the Zoho CRM. The next setting determines how duplicate records will be managed during the sync process. So duplicates can occur when a record from Zoho CRM already exists in Zoho Expense. So for example, an account or contact being imported may already be available as a customer in Zoho Expense. So Zoho provides three options for handling these duplicate records. So the first option is clone. So this creates a new copy of the incoming record while keeping the existing record unchanged. So both records will remain in Zoho Expense. The second option is overwrite. In this setup, the incoming record from Zoho CRM replaces the existing record in Zoho Expense. So this is useful when Zoho CRM serves as the main source of updated customer information. And the third option is skip. So if a duplicate is detected, the system ignores the incoming record and keeps, the existing record unchanged. And the next level of customization allows you to choose which Zoho CRM view will be synced with Zoho Expense. So in Zoho CRM, a view is a filtered collection of records grouped based on specific criteria. So some common views include all accounts, my accounts, and read contacts, right? So this feature is especially useful when you only want certain records to sync into Zoho Expense instead of importing all CRM data. So for example, businesses may choose to sync only active customers, specific regions, or assigned contacts. So to do this, you just have to simply select the preferred CRM view from the drop-down menu. And then once selected, only the records included in that view will be synced with Zoho Expense. So using views gives businesses better control over which customer records are shared between both applications, helping keep the expense system organized and relevant. Sorry. So if you only want to import selected records from Zoho CRM into Zoho Expense, so you can create a custom view in Zoho CRM before setting up the sync. So this allows you to control exactly which accounts or contacts will be available in Zoho Expense for expense creation and transaction management. So before creating the view, the first step is adding a custom field to the module you plan to use, such as accounts or contacts. So to begin, you have to go to your Zoho CRM organization and click the setup icon located in the left sidebar. So from there, you just have to navigate to customization, then select modules and fields. And the next, choose the module where you want to add the custom field, either accounts or contacts. Then you will then be redirected to the layout section where you can customize the fields available within that module. So from the list of field types, simply drag and drop the field you want to use into the layout. So in this example, we will use a checkbox field and place it on the accounts layout page. So you just have to rename the field to Zoho Accounts. The Zoho Expense account. So this checkbox will later serve as a filter condition. Then, when creating the custom view, so making it easier to identify which records should be synced with Zoho Expense. So once the custom field has been added, the checkbox labeled Zoho Expense will now appear whenever you create a new account or contact or when editing an existing record. So next, open the accounts or contacts that you want to sync with Zoho Expense. Then simply check the Zoho Expense box for each selected record. So this step helps identify which records should be included in the integration. And after updating the necessary records, the next step is to create a new view under the same module, either accounts or contacts, depending on which module you selected or import. So this custom view will act as a filtered list containing only the records marked for Zoho Expense, making the synchronization process more organized and controlled. While creating the view, set the criteria field to Zoho Expense from the drop-down menu, then configure the condition to true. So this ensures that only the accounts or contacts with the Zoho Expense checkbox enabled will appear in that view. So once the view is created, all selected records will be grouped together and ready for synchronization with Zoho Expense. So later, during the integration setup, when you choose the module to sync, whether accounts, contacts, or both, Zoho Expense will display a list of available CRM views, including both predefined and custom created views. So from the drop-down list, you just have to simply click the custom view you created earlier to proceed with importing only those specific records into Zoho Expense. And the final step of the integration setup is field mapping. So this is where you match the fields from Zoho CRM with their corresponding fields in Zoho Expense before starting the synchronization. Field mapping is important because it ensures that customer information from Zoho CRM is transferred accurately into Zoho Expense. So this helps maintain consistency between both applications and prevents data from appearing in the wrong fields after the sync. So if your Zoho CRM organization uses custom fields that do not exist by default in Zoho Expense, make sure to first create matching custom fields in Zoho Expense before starting the integration. So once these fields are created, they will automatically appear as available options during the mapping process. And after completing the field mapping, you just have to click save and sync to immediately begin syncing the records. And if you prefer to configure everything first and perform the sync later, you can select save and sync later instead. So once prompted, click confirm in the pop-up view to finalize the setup. Then Zoho Expense will then begin syncing customers based on the preferences and configurations you selected earlier. So to monitor the progress of the synchronization as well, you just have to simply click check status under the customers section. And in this section, you can enable the expenses and expense reports module in Zoho CRM, allowing users to, create and submit expenses directly from CRM interface. To set this up, you just have to go to the admin view, open settings, then navigate to integrations and developer space. Then click Zoho Apps under integrations and then select Zoho CRM. So from there, click Show Details. And then scroll to the Sync Module select section and click Enable. So once activated, the expenses and expense reports modules will appear in Zoho CRM under a dedicated Zoho Expense tab. You can also click the check status under the customer section to verify the sync is active. And then there's also a potentials there. So you can also associate potentials from Zoho CRM with expenses and reports to link expenses to deals. So in the same Zoho CRM integration settings, scroll to the potential section and choose either only potentials associated with users or all potentials. So this setting can be changed later using the change option depending on how you want to manage visibility and tracking of deals linked to expenses. So if the integration between Zoho CRM and Zoho Expense is already completed, the contacts you previously imported will automatically appear in Zoho Expense for use in transactions. However, you are not limited only to those sync records. You can still create a transaction for a contact that was not previously imported from Zoho CRM. So when selecting a customer while creating a new transaction, such as expense, you will see an option called search in Zoho CRM under the customer field. So this allows you to directly look up and select any contact available in Zoho CRM. So once selected, that contact is automatically fetched into Zoho Expense in real time. So it becomes available for use in the transaction immediately and can also be viewed or updated within Zoho Expense moving forward. So once the integration is set up, you can enable instant syncing of users to quickly bring Zoho CRM users into Zoho Expense. So when you click instant sync, all users from Zoho CRM are immediately fetched and added into Zoho Expense. So the number of users that become active depends on your Zoho Expense subscription plan And any users beyond the allowed limit will be marked as inactive, and their status will adjust automatically based on your plan capacity. So after enabling this feature, Zoho Expense will also perform an automatic sync every 24 hours. So this means that any new users added in Zoho CRM will be automatically reflected in Zoho Expense during the daily update cycle. And if needed, you can also manually trigger the sync at any time by clicking instant sync again to ensure the latest user's data is imported. And on the other hand, if you want to stop automatic syncing, you can also click disable sync. So once disabled, new users created in Zoho CRM will no longer be automatically fetched in Zoho Expense. And you can also bring users into Zoho Expense manually through a bulk import from Zoho CRM. So to do this, you just have to go to the admin view, then open settings. And under the organization settings section, click users found under users and roles. So this will, take you to the user management page. So from there, you just have to click more, the more icon located at the top right corner, and then select import users, CRM users from the drop down menu. And after the contacts are fetched from Zoho CRM, you will see a list of available users. So you can then select the specific contacts you want to import and assign appropriate user roles based on your organization's requirement. So this manual import option is useful when you want more control over which users are added to Zoho Expense and how their roles are defined. And if you no longer want to configure or to continue using the integration between Zoho CRM and Zoho Expense, you can either disable or delete it depending on your requirements. So to temporarily stop this data sync, go to admin view, then open settings, then navigate to integrations and developer space, then click Zoho apps under integrations. So open the CRM card by clicking show details. So under the Zoho CRM credentials section, click disable integration, and then a confirmation pop-up will appear. Then you just have to click confirm to proceed. So once disabled, no further data will be synchronized between Zoho CRM and Zoho Expense, but the existing configurations will remain intact for future reactivation. And if you want to permanently remove the integration, you can choose to delete it. So this should only be done after disabling the integration. So to do this, follow the same navigation path to the Zoho CRM credentials section and click delete integration. And in the pop-up window, you will be given two options. First is to convert all sync Zoho CRM records into Zoho Expense records, or convert only records with transactions and delete the remaining records. So after selecting your preference, you just have to click delete to confirm. Then the integration will then be permanently removed, and the mapping between both systems will be lost. So you will also receive an in-app notification once the process is completed. So once Zoho Expense is integrated with Zoho CRM, you can manage your expense activities directly inside your CRM account. So this means you can create expenses, group them into reports, and submit them for approval without switching different applications. So to make these modules available in Zoho CRM, you first need to enable module sync from Zoho Expense. So go to the admin view, then open settings. Then you just have to navigate to integrations and developer space and click Zoho apps under the integrations. So from there, open the Zoho card, the Zoho CRM card by clicking show details. Then you just have to scroll down to the sync modules section and click enable. So once enabled, the expenses and expense reports module will be automatically appear inside Zoho CRM under a dedicated custom tab called Zoho Expense. So this setup allows users to handle expense recording and reporting directly within the CRM, making the workflow more efficient and eliminating, the need to log in separately to Zoho Expense for each transaction. So once the integration is enabled, you can start creating and managing expenses directly from Zoho CRM using the Zoho Expense tab. So inside this tab, sorry, you will have access to both the expenses and expense report modules, allowing you, to handle your entire expense workflow without switching to Zoho Expense. So from here, you can perform several key actions. So you can manually record expenses by entering the required details such as amount, date, category, and customer or project association. You can also upload or drag and drop receipts, which helps automatically attach supporting documents to your expenses for easier tracking and verification. And for employees who receive fixed allowances, you can record per diem expenses directly within the CRM based on predefined rates. And in addition, the system support bulk expense creations, allowing multiple expenses to be added at once. So which is useful if let's say for example for handling large volumes of transactions efficiently. So you can also create expenses from card statements, making it easier to convert business cards transactions into expense records with minimal manual entry. So overall, the Zoho Expense tab in CRM centralizes expense management, making it faster and more convenient to record, organize, and process expenses directly within your CRM environment. And with the integration enabled, expense reports created in Zoho Expense are automatically reflected in Zoho CRM and vice versa. So this ensures that both systems stays in sync without requiring duplicate entry. So to create a new expense report, you will work directly from Zoho Expense. So you have to start by opening the Zoho Expense, then navigate to the expense reports tab in the left sidebar, then click plus or the new report to begin creating a new report. And a new report will open where you can enter the required details such as report name, associated expenses, and any relevant descriptions or references. So once all necessary information has been provided, click save. Then the expense report will be then created and will automatically appear in both Zoho Expense and Zoho CRM, ensuring seamless visibility across platform. And expense reports link to a specific accounts or contacts, whether created in Zoho Expense or Zoho CRM, are also displayed under the Zoho Expense section of that record. So this makes it easier to manage all related expenses in a centralized view. So to create a new expense report from an account or contact, start by opening the relevant record in Zoho CRM where the expense was incurred. So scroll down to the Zoho expense related section and then click the new expense report. So this will, redirect you to the new report page. So in the report creation screen, enter all the required details such as report name, dates, and associated expenses. So the customer field will be automatically populated with the selected account or contact name, ensuring proper linkage. So once everything is complete, you just have to click save to create the expense report. So from here, you can also, perform additional actions such as adding expenses to the report to group all related transactions, submitting the expense report for approval workflow processing, and deleting expenses if any incorrect or unnecessary entries are needed to be removed. So this integration ensures that expense reporting remains directly tied to customer records, making tracking and approvals more efficient and organized. And with the integration in place, Zoho Expense reports help you gain visibility into how expenses are tied to your deals and business activities. So you can analyze spending across different dimensions, such as deal performance, monthly expenses, and costs associated with closed or lost opportunities. So to access these insights, go to Reports module in Zoho CRM, and from the list of available reports on the left panel, select Zoho Expense Reports. or the dashboard. So here you can choose from a set of predefined reports such as total spending on deals, user-wise expense comparison, monthly expenditure trends, or expenses linked to lost potentials. So you also have the flexibility to edit existing reports or create new ones based on your specific business requirements. So when generating a report, select the relevant modules you want to associate with a specific record to ensure the data is accurately reflected. So to visualize this information, you can also create dashboards. So navigate to the analytics section on the left sidebar and click Zoho Expense dashboard. So from there, select add component and choose the widgets or charts you want to include in your dashboard. So this allows you to turn raw expense data into meaningful insights, helping you more or make more informed financial and sales decisions. So that wrap ups our Zoho CRM and Zoho Expense integration process. So with everything connected, you can now handle customers, expenses, and reporting in one streamlined workflows without constantly switching between applications. So from syncing records to creating and tracking expenses tied to deals, the whole process is now more centralized and easier to manage. So thanks for staying through the sessions. The session. Back to you, Jasper.
Thank you, Elmer, for that insightful walkthrough on how Zoho CRM and Zoho Expense work together to give businesses better control over their spending and profitability. At the end of the day, it's not just about tracking expenses, it's also about understanding the true cost of growth and making every peso count. If there are no questions coming from the participants, I believe that brings us to the end of today's webinar. And if you would like a more personalized discussion on how this integration can be set up for your organization, our team at DevTech is here to help. You can reach us at info@devtech.com or visit www.devtech.com to schedule a tailored demo. Thank you again for joining us today. We appreciate your time and look forward to helping you build a more transparent, efficient, and cost smart operation. Have a great day ahead.